Greetings, comrades. This is Ungiven Caleb, and back on another H3VR video, but this is going to be a series. Now, this isn't something I normally do, but I'm actually going to do a playthrough of Return of the Rotwieners. And I've already beaten this on all three difficulty modes, so now this is just for shits and giggles, pretty much. And for those who don't know, Return of the Rotwieners is this is sort of a survival horror mode. Not sure what's going on over there. Oh yeah, that's a force fit. I decided to start a new save. I mainly played hardcore mode just to get the circle saw, and I beat it, so now I'm doing a new save solely for playthrough purposes. And naturally, you start in this little house. You meet Tutorial Wiener here, aka Skip, if you skip him, but might as well turn on the tutorial just so y'all get an idea how to play this mode and some of the basic mechanics.
Howdy. Howdy. Howdy again. My name is, Tutorial, Wiener. Yep, my name is Tutorial Wiener. I'm originally from the Midwest, but now I work here in Honey Hamlet as an assistant, intern for Dr. Rormart. I work in his lab, which is upstairs, by the way, and I help him run cognitive regression analyses. Oh, and sometimes I hand draw scatter plots of quantum barometric anti-pressure systems. But mostly I polish crates, which is quite fulfilling. I really enjoyed the, crates. So, congratulations, this is your first quest. You click the icon with the magnifying glass and the question mark, and that means I'm supposed to give you something to do. Right, so, please don't leave before I finish telling you about your quest, because then the quest doesn't actually begin, and I have to start over and explain everything again. Anyway, your first quest is to click the magnifying glass icon again, after I'm finished talking, which is now.
Okay, practically holding our hands here.
Okay, nice work clicking that icon again. So here's your first quest, your second quest. Right, so upstairs there's this scientist, Mr. Rormart. He's a brilliant inventor, he's just really great, and he made it so that you can store important items in your stomach. Yep, it's really handy. You can eat as many meat cores as you want, and you can eat herbs and other useful, seemingly random things, and you can store them all in your stomach. Okay, so your second quest is to eat all the stuff on that table, and then talk to me again when you're done.
This stuff here, so yeah, up until this point I haven't really used this that much. Well, up until like recently when I played this a lot more. So basically, this is your stomach inventory system, let's just say it. Basically, eat meat cores that you get from Rotwieners. You can find herbs throughout the world, which they spawn different parts, and they offer different properties. They're mainly used for making sausages, which can be anything from like give you more health, to give you infinite ammo, to teleport you to certain locations. Though you gotta look through the wiki, because certain recipes are more beneficial than others. And you gotta be careful, because a few different meat cores, they can spawn reverse sausages. Like, instead of healing you, it hurts you. Or instead of giving you infinite ammo, it burns through your ammo, and vice versa. So on and so forth. But basically, the meat cores, this is pretty much your bread and butter. Not only use this to make sausages and those meat pies, which we'll get to in a minute, this is also currency. Once you head to Wienerton, you'll come across certain shops that sell like attachments and guns, and you'll need certain meat cores. Like an adapter, you'll need one of these, and you'll need a zippy core and a juicy core in order to unlock it. This is where there are 8 different meat cores. They all spawn from different Rotwieners, of course. Also called Zosigs, but I prefer calling them Rotwieners since, you know, Return of the Rotwieners. Yeah, you just eat it. And apparently your inventory is infinite, so you can store as many as you like. But if you're playing hardcore mode, keep in mind, if you die, your inventory is gone. And if you restart, your inventory is gone. So if you have something in your inventory, make sure you use it, because it's not going to be in your next playthrough. Now in standard and arcade, they'll stay there indefinitely until you use them. And I'm going to eat an entire can of bisque, including the can. Okay.
Well, hey, good work. Look at you swallowing entire tin cans whole. Right. So unfortunately, I'm gonna need that can back from your stomach. Right. So what you do is you use one of your floating see-through controllers to point at the little tin can picture on that circle thing underneath your other floating see-through controller. And then you pull the trigger on the first controller, and then you vomit. You induce vomiting. And that's your third quest. You need to aim your head at that wooden tub over there on the floor and puke out that tin can. It's like target practice. Yeah, fun times.
If you say so, tutorial. But basically, see your hand under your hand here, your less dominant hand. See the circle, you press that, and here's your inventory. Meat cores, herbs, and cans. Now, cans are used to make improvised explosive devices. Or bangers, as they're called here. But yeah, just bomb this out. There's this can back. Now, it's when you're vomiting this stuff, it's highly recommended that you do it in one of these tubs. You can't vomit out anywhere, but they're going to roll around and you might fall into an inaccessible part of the map, so be wary of that.
Bullseye! You hit the target with your puke. Well done. So speaking of targets, it's time to move on to the violence portion of my checklist and give you your fourth quest. So there's a gun case sitting on a table out front. I'm gonna need you to go up to the gun case and click those two glowing latches on the front of it, and then pull the case open. And woo, there's a gun inside the case, and it's yours to keep. So your quest is to take your new handgun and shoot a few of the targets out there. Now please keep in mind that I have absolutely no idea how firearms work, so unfortunately, if you also don't know how to operate your handgun, well, then I suppose you'll probably die, I guess? But hey, the good news is that you'll be dying a lot regardless, so that's nice.
Yeah, very reassuring, but yeah, first time playing through this, I did die a lot. Mainly because some of the different Rotwiener types, they'll catch you off guard. At least to your first playthrough. Once you play through a few times, you get the hang of it. And of course, naturally, your first gun is a 22. Now keep in mind, in standard and hardcore, you cannot spawn lock magazines, so no infinite ammo for you. Play on arcade, you're fine. However, to make up for the lack of infinite ammo, you have these ammo repos, the reload-o-matics. And you want to pay attention to these, because I'll show you. The blue ones, they offer standard ammunition, but the brown ones, they offer different ammo types, and it's randomized, so you might get full metal jacket here, you might get armor-piercing incendiary here, you never quite know. But anyway, our Bugger Mark 4, a little Ruger. Yep. We'll just use one magazine, because we're not doing any Zosigs right now. Might as well,
Howdy! Wow, nice shooting there, partner. It looked like you really enjoyed yourself. Like, really enjoyed yourself. How about we let you work out some more of your issues and give you another quest? There are some boxes on the second floor of this building that have some useful stuff. And also they glow, because of course they do. Why don't you head upstairs, find yourself some of those nice glowing boxes, and just smash them open. You can use one of the rusty tools that are lying around, or you can just hit them with your gun. Regardless, you get to keep what's inside, because hey, if folks actually wanted to keep their stuff, why would they put it in a box? That's just silly.
he has a point. Especially a box that glows, must be covered in phosphorus or something. Yeah. It had these rusty melee weapons around, including a lot of the Rotwieners use these. Keep in mind these are fragile. After like a few hits, they're broken. See? So we've got ourselves a hometown sausage. Basically, you eat that, you teleport back here. Okay, got a radio. This has another sausage. Health. That's gonna come in handy later. So this is a little tutorial.
Howdy! Smashing!
As you can imagine.
That's, British, for good job. With the box smashing. Okay, I think you're almost ready to head out, but first, one last quest. I'm gonna need you to head upstairs and talk to the boss wiener, Dr. Rormart. He's got some important things to explain to you, including stuff about meat cores and his teleportation experiments, and also the horde of undead wieners that have surrounded our sleepy little town. So your last quest is to talk to Dr. Rormart and listen to everything he has to say. After that, come talk to me so I can give you something special. It'll let you teleport out of here.
Alrighty. Now, before we continue, basically just get a rundown. Your main goal here in this mode is to activate all the teleporters, and then you have to go to the pack bridge, destroy the jamming tower, and escape. That's pretty much your ultimate goal in this game. But after you do this, I highly recommend you do some of the optional quests, because not only give you a lot more to do in this mode, but you also unlock some better weapons. Because naturally, in the starting town, the stuff you start with, it'll get you by, but eventually you want to get something better. And here we have the different meat cores to collect. Some offer more than others, but basically to power up those teleporters, you need batteries. And to make batteries, you need meat cores. So pretty much just all 5 tasty cores will get you a battery. Now, something to keep in mind, each teleporter has a different amount of batteries. For instance, the gas station only needs 1 battery. Bootlegger's Cliff, which is by the lake, needs 2 batteries. The Old Mine, 3 batteries. The teleport outside of Old Wienerton, well, Wienerton Ruins, I should say, 4 batteries. And Old Wienerton, which is way up there, 5 batteries. So, you're going to be collecting a lot of meat cores. But as you see, some meat cores offer more than others, though some of these are a little harder to come by. So, for now, I just stick with tasty cores.
Howdy.
They're more common. Well,
Hello there. Glad to see that you still appear to have at least most of your marbles after that blow to the head. Do you know where you are? This is the Honey Hamlet, and I am the esteemed Dr. Rotwiener. This is my workshop.
and you can ask them questions like, doesn't like to say what, but pretty much just ask random stuff. It basically gives you more lore into the mode, like what are the Zosigs and what do you do here, stuff like that.
It seems you've gotten here at the worst of times. Trying times indeed. We are beset by a horde of rotten meat, reanimated through some as yet unknown phenomenon. Yes, we're safe in the Honey Hamlet for now, but it's only a matter of time until they get in here. We must find a way out, you and I.
I like because he keeps shaking after he's done talking.
The one benefit of this outbreak is that it appears the Rotwieners contain within them a concentration of exotic matter fused with meat. I call them meat cores. I've engineered a way for you to collect them. I've installed a micro prototype of my translocator inside you while you are asleep. You can simply eat the meat cores, and they will be translocated back here for storage. If you need them at any time to craft things, merely induce vomiting. Convenient, yes.
Too bad I can't do that in real life. I can store my lunch for later, puke it out, and then eat it again. Man, that'd be sick.
As I mentioned, I was setting up translocation endpoint node frames around the Wienerton area before this Rotwiener outbreak occurred. They're going to be the future of all transit. Yes, the world will see. They function via a sort of protein data translation process fused with the latest in 7G technology. You can imagine how expensive my mobile phone bill is these days.
I'll bet. Jesus.
As far as I see it, there is only one way for us to escape this Rotwiener nightmare. It will be to refine my quantum protein resembler-based long-range translocation system till it could carry us far from here to salvation. I need someone like yourself who can wiener themselves out there to help with my experiments. I need you to dispatch a number of Rotwieners, collect the meat cores that fall out of their broken wieners, use them here to craft a non-local protein resembler, and install it in the closest translocation node frame, located on top of the Spork in the Road gas station outside of town. You got all that?
It keeps shaking. So basically, just to dumb it down, get meat cores, make batteries, power teleporters. Easy enough. But as you might find out, that might be easier said than done, depending on, well, whether this is your first time playing or not. Might as well talk the tutorial.
Howdy! You did it! You're finally ready to head outside and meet all of the sweet and completely normal residents of Honey Hamlet. All you need to do now is walk outside to the teleporter, the one that's next to the force field, and look behind the map. I left a battery there in a wooden bucket for you. Just put the battery in the rectangular slot on the back of the teleporter. It's on the top of the rear column. You'll find it. All of the other teleporters in Honey Hamlet are already powered up, so you can travel wherever you want. It's easy. Look at the map that's next to the teleporter, and at the bottom of that map is a row of buttons. You pick a numbered location on the map, push the button that corresponds to that location, and then step onto the teleporter, and then, whoom, you're there! Woo-hoo. And you know, if you ever want to come back and visit, Dr. Rormart and I are #1 on the teleporter map. So yeah, go have some fun, and I'll just be here, polishing crates.
Alrighty. And this technically concludes the tutorial. Just need to get this battery in here. Power up this teleporter. And we're good to go. Now that force field's down, we can get out of here. But of course, if you start a new save, you can always skip the tutorial and don't have to do all this. This is pretty much for those who are playing Return of the Rotwieners for the first time. But we have a few different locations here. We have Sarah Wiener. Basically, you just do a quest for her and you get access to some cheap melee weapons. We got Myra Wiener, who runs a pie emporium. Basically, use those to make meat pies, which they're basically Rotwiener deterrents. They do everything from repel them to attract them to theirs so you can make your escape. So that, I'm gonna be honest, I never use those. Mainly because, you know, why run from Rotwieners when you can kill them? Well, I guess if you run out of ammo, in which case, you're on your own there. We've got Bobbert Wiener's cannon. As you go there, and he'll give you a quest to reset bear traps throughout the area. And I suggest doing that because you'll get some good bolt-action weapons afterwards. You got Terrence Wiener, who's a lookout. Basically, put all the quests for the people here, and you get even more weapons. You got Dustin Wiener. Basically, that's where you make the sausages. Because you get a meat core and an herb, mix them together, make a sausage. Then you have to cook the sausages in order to make them. And we've got Sam Wiener. Basically, collect some foodstuffs for him. It'll give you some extra reloaded Maddox so you can get different ammo types for your weapons. Which, might as well show you how it works. Basically, you grab a magazine. You either press this button to refill the magazine, or press this to get a round for a magazine. That's mainly for like shotguns. So basically, you put the weapon over it, and it'll show what the round it uses, and you just keep tapping that, and Spawn some shells. Especially for weapons that don't utilize magazines. Okay. Now, if you're playing arcade mode, you'll have an item spawner here. Which, you know, if you want better weapons, you just get them right there. But where's the fun in that? Oh yeah, for spawning a minigun and just going all out in the Zolzigs. Anyway. Here, there are 5 different herbs. Each offer different benefits. Which, since I'm playing standard, you just eat them. They'll be stored in your stomach for later on. Even after you die, they'll still be there. But in hardcore, anything that's in your inventory vanishes when you die. Or quit, so keep that in mind. And might as well get this short quest out of the way. It's not that hard to do. You just find something and bring it back. You don't even have to travel far. Some of these.
Howdy. I'm Sarah Wiener, and this is my farmstead. What do I raise? Oh, this and that. It's been a bad year for my crops, though, what with those Rotwieners running around killing people. You'd think someone would do something about it. I'm not as young a wiener as I used to be, and my back's been giving me fits. Tends to be a bit lonely, too. Say, could you do an old wiener a favor? I left my favorite lone wiener, Gary, out in the backyard. Would you mind bringing it in for me?
Yeah, you don't have to go far, just head over here. Around this roof. Well, no, not over here. So this is like one of the first quests you do, so naturally I don't do this that much. Let's get a few more herbs. Ketchup leaves. There he is. Actually kind of cute, actually. Just sit up there.
Howdy.
You don't technically have to talk to him after doing the quest, but it
Thank you
helps
so
too.
much, stranger. If you ever need to borrow any of my farm tools here, feel free to take them anytime.
By the way, in case you're wondering, there's no penalty for killing them, but you're not going to be able to do the quest until you restart. Once you restart, they'll be back back to normal. As if nothing ever happened. And keep in mind, when you complete a quest, the rewards you get, they'll stay unlocked. So if you complete this quest here, you always have bolt action rifles available through every playthrough. But they're randomized, they're in a set pool of weapons, so you never know what you're going to get.
Howdy. I'm Bobbert Wiener. I'm the ranger around these parts. Say, can you hear that? Oh, my ears are ringing something fierce. Anyway, I'm the ranger around here. Was attacked by some of those Rotwieners a while back. Now I'm a bit indisposed. Meet my glad to see you. I was in the process of setting up some traps to help deal with the Rotwieners when a passel of them ambushed me. I managed to get away, but they did some damage. I'd greatly appreciate it if, where was I? Oh, if you could go and reset my traps for me. Take out some of them Rotwieners. If you do it for me, I'll give you my bolt action to help out.
And yeah. You can always ask around, like directions or where to go and whatnot, but I kind of sort of know this, the layout of this place like the back of my hand. And there are also a few hidden quests, which you don't have to do those, technically, but if you want to unlock that 4-letter word shotgun, the 4-barrel shotgun I showed off a while back, you want to do those. You want to complete all the quests, including the 2 hidden quests. Yeah, anyway, here's a quick rundown on how to cook the sausages. Once you make a sausage over there, you take off this grate, put some charcoal in there, cover it with lighter fluid, throw a match in there, light it up, put the grate back on, put the sausages in, close the lid, and once you hear a ding, they're done. You can cook as many sausages as you want at one time. Just make sure they don't fall through the grate, because otherwise they won't cook. So yeah, just set them, perpendicular to the grating. Anyway, let's talk to this geek.
Howdy. Dustin Wiener at your service. I'm working on my doctoral thesis documenting the flora of the Wienerton Hills area. The plant life here is deeply fascinating. Did you know there are no less than 5 unique species found just in this square kilometer? Who would have thought that Wienerton could be so interesting? Well, other than the zombies. What's that about anyway?
You can ask about random stuff, where to get what the herbs are, where to get them, how to make the sausages and stuff.
Say, would you be willing to help me out with some of my field research? It's gotten awfully dangerous around here, what with the Rotwieners and everything. I need someone to gather specimens for me of the flora indigenous to this area. The first one I mean is the aptly named ketchup leaf. These country bumpkins and their names.
Okay. Well, thankfully, I have some of those. And it fell to the bucket. How about that? What the heck? Where'd it go? That's not supposed to happen. Well, I can always get more. They're pretty common, so... Yeah, vomit it onto the plaque. That's helpful. And basically this little list here basically shows you all the recipes and what the meat cores do for that certain sausage. Some will make it last longer, some don't last very long. Some can instantly restore your health completely, some will only offer a little bit. And just to save some walking, let's go to Sam Wiener. The paranoid soldier type. This is typical with these zombies. Yeah, there's a case that's in a random spawn town. You can get another pistol. Usually pretty good. Get a little M9A3 here. Nice. It should go over well. By the way, I'm not quite sure how long I'm going to make these videos. I'll just either play till I get bored or I get F'd by Zosigs.
Howdy. Name's Sam Wiener, sovereign citizen. Of course, if you're one of them, you'd already know that. They're listening on everything I say and do. Probably listening to us talk right now. Wait until they hear the right thing, and then they'll send the Wieners in black. First the Rotwieners came, but I've been prepared for that for years. Any Wiener worth their salt should know how to deal with the undead. But these pacification goons running around have got me nervous about running out of supplies. I need to bring me some survivor chow to add to my cache. In return, I'll reload your magazines for you. I, bought plenty of ammo, but, not so much food.
Yeah, way to prepare for a zombie apocalypse, Sammy. You use any blunt object to break these boxes, and sometimes they won't have anything, but never hurts to check. Alright, as you beat this quest, you'll unlock 3 additional reload-o-matics, but they'll be brown, and they're special ammo types. Again, it's randomized depending on the playthrough. Like, it could be something useful, something not so useful, you never know. And I guess we'll, have a look out. Talk to this guy.
Howdy. Who, what? Sorry, trying to focus. I'm the deputy, Terrence Wiener. Would you mind giving me a second to finish up this game? Kinda in the middle of something.
Yep, look out of the sentry right here.
Oh, alright. If you want to be helpful, there's a bunch of folk here in the Hamlet that need some help. They keep bugging me about it.
Alright. This basically shows you what needs to be done. Yeah, Dustin needs help collecting plants, Sam's hungry, Robert needs his bear traps, and always on about some pyro nonsense again. Yeah, you'll catch her at the gas station. As you walk out here, now you're out in the wild, on your own, fending off the Zosigs, or Rotwieners, whatever you want to call them. Zombie hot dogs. I call them targets. See, 22 doesn't even notice me here. Notice me now? Yeah, they're not the brightest of individuals. What was that? Oh yeah, the physics. You see the Zosigs, they don't actually have to hit you with the weapon. Sometimes they just bounce around hit you inadvertently. The damage is minimal, so Don't worry about it. Swinger. Do the monkey. You hear those bear traps Bobbert's been talking about? Okay. At first I thought you grabbed both ends and then splay them up, but no, you just get one end. Alright. There's another Zosig. Yeah, 9mm. Definitely better than 22. But you know, we gotta start you with something, right? Yeah. Not all Zosigs will drop meat cores, so keep that in mind. So you have to kill quite a few of them or get the amount you need. And remember, in standard and arcade, you just eat them and they're there whenever you need them. Even after you die or restart. There's more traps there, and there's the gas station. Which, yeah, she's a rather interesting character here, this Lori. The teleport's up there, by the way. You have to climb up the ladder. Yeah, basically you get these gas cans. And, let's see, where is it? Yeah, these little contraptions here, you put the gas can on it, and you can turn on the fire truck whenever you need it. Let's talk to her first.
Howdy. Hey, I'm Lori Wiener. I work here at the Gas and Go. I used to work over at Shea Corn Dog before it burned down under mysterious circumstances. Such a real shame.
Gee, I wonder who done it.
I'm guessing you're the wienery type by the look of you. Would you be willing to help a wiener out? I've been busy making these delightful fire traps and laying them out around the gas station for roasting Rotwieners, of course. And maybe anyone who doesn't pay. I need you to prime them with gas from one of the jerry cans right here.
Yeah, like I said, interesting individual. By the way, occasionally you'll find random stuff in these buildings. Here's some of that chow Sam's been needing. I can't store it in these. I also find some random attachments. You just want to put a little Union flag. Beretta, you can. And must have got one of these jerry cans. What's that? Oh, okay, just a bucket. And you can use buckets to make bangers too. The size of a container determines the size of the blast. Okay. Let's talk to this psycho.
Howdy. Now we're cooking with gas. There's a few more sets of flame traps I could use your help refueling. I set them up for the town of Wienerton at their north, west, and south gates. But the residents gave me a weird look. Ingrates. Be a doll and light them up for me, and I'll dig through my bag of tricks and see what I can find for you.
Alrighty. Some more jerry cans will spawn later, but I got a little flare gun. Don't worry, it's the good flare gun, the one that doesn't break apart. So you fire a shell that's not designed for. Well, you can technically fire regular shotgun shells in these. You don't want to do it in the orange one, the one made of plastic, because you do that, it's going to destroy the gun. Like, literally destroy it. You won't be able to use it. So keep that in mind. So we're probably just going to do a few quests, then we'll call the video. And of course, if you don't know where you're going, just follow the signs. Basically, the gas station. This way leads to the lake and the old mine. This way leads to Wienerton and, well, everywhere else. Everyone stay vigilant around these Zosigs. Oh, he's dual wielding. That's kind of overkill, but hey. I was getting for the head after all. Yeah. No meat core. Like I said, not all Zosigs will drop meat cores. Yeah, you definitely don't want to spray and pray in this mode. If you're playing hardcore, every bullet counts. While you do have the reload-o-matics, don't do you much good if you're like out in the middle of nowhere. Which that's not that big, but it is sizable. Okay. Head down. There's a few more bear traps over there, and a little further down the road. There's another quest up here, where some parts of the map you'll notice like giant vines going through the ground. Those are basically hives. You destroy those, get yourself some shotguns. But we'll do that another time. Right now, let's take care of some of these beginner quests. These traps, you can reset them after they're used. So, pretty handy for dealing with Zosigs when you're out of ammo. And don't be afraid to look around these buildings so you can find like extra stuff. Like sometimes you find a crate, you break it, you might get something. Or you might even find a gun. You never know if you don't look. We'll just take care of the bear traps for now. There's a hive, which you have to destroy these nodes. And we'll get to that later. Once you destroy those nodes, you destroy the hive. That's going to be a treat. And once you complete that quest, there are 4 hives. A few of them are easier than others, of course. Once you do that, you get yourself some shotties. Which I highly recommend. It can be challenging, but it'll be worth it. To get yourself an AA-12. Provided you load with proper ammunition, of course. Well, this is a way to get decent exercise, bending over, triggering, setting up traps, I can stand and lose a little weight. I'm a fat fuck. Hey, at least I'm not Richard Jordan, Samuelson McGravy. Here's another guy to talk to.
Howdy. Hi there, Deputy Wyatt Wiener at your service. You look like you can handle yourself all right. If you haven't spoken to them yet, a bunch of fine folk out here around the outskirts are looking for some help. I've been doing my best, but it's more than I can handle on my own.
Oh, no problem, I can handle it. See, David's still trying to get someone to kill the Rotwiener nests. Don't take care of that. Yeah, nests, I call them hives. Same thing. I was supposed to be creepy in the graveyard again. Do his quest, get some melee weapons. That hairy guy's on about pie fishing again. Get that, get yourself some explosives. Brother Giacomo is having basement issues. Pretty easy, get access to a water fountain that refills your health. Help George at Old Mine. That's how you get the 4-letter word in this mode. Like I said, unlock it for other modes. You gotta complete all the quests, including the hidden quests. Lucas needs help with his final school project. Yeah, basically more trap setting. So I took care of these traps here. Let's go ahead and head down to Wiener just to show you what it's like. And use this one jerry can I have. Which the certain quests, any progress you made will be saved. So if you set up one trap and not the other two and you die, you can always go back and do it again. Just take care of those other two and you're good to go. Radio towers, that's a fun one. That's also a quest that needs to be taken care of to get yourself some nice little attachments. There's one of the teleporters. Okay. We'll take this, plug it in here. I should ward off any Zosigs trying to enter town. You don't have to turn them on, but in case you're in town, you don't want them to sneak up on you. I know there's a can of strawberry chow around this area. Ooh, gun. Yeah, don't know how long these videos are going to be, pretty much till I get bored. Ooh, nice. P350. You know what? Let's ditch this plinker. Want something better. Nice little 9mm. Sometimes 9mm is all you need. And we're not going to talk to these folks yet, but him, you collect some pacification squad guns to get access to some more weapons. Over here, this is those bangers I was talking about. IEDs. This is where you make them. Basic instructions here. Big containers hold more boom, small containers flow farther. It's basically like grenades. You can pick a mechanism, they either explode on impact or you have to detonate them manually. And, well, you can put whatever you want in there and see what it does. Got a coffee can. And here are those shops I was talking about. You collect certain meat cores, put them in that container, and unlock weapon. But keep in mind, if you put a few meat cores in and you die, the price resets, so you have to do it again. So, save up. Here's Sheriff Wiener. Do the same thing, you complete these quests here, and then you get some more stuff. Here's Mary Wiener. You talk to her to get those radio towers, and this is where you get some attachments, like scopes, grips, sights, stuff like that. And here's, I forgot this guy's name. You collect figures for him, and you unlock some more weapons. Little Wiener Pride. You know, show my support. You know, it's like, there we go. Okay, I still have that. Okay, I still have that chow. I have to look around. Because sometimes the chow will be here. Oh yeah, this involves one of the hidden quests here, but we'll talk about that later. Then we're in a future video. We'll get into that. I guess head back to base and say go find that strawberry chow. Can't use a teleporter because it's not powered. Yeah, you gotta watch out for those ham-fisters and beef kickers, the football Zosigs. They run fast. Well, makes sense when you think about it. Yeah, let's just head back to Honey Hamlet. We'll probably focus on making batteries for the teleporters in the next video, and maybe do a few extra quests. I think we'll save the Rotwiener nest quest later on, because it's pretty time-consuming, especially around Wienerton. There are 2 hives near there, and they are not easy. I'll tell you right now, they're not easy. But if you manage to pull it off, it is worth it. Yeah, arms swinging away. Anyway, I'm getting some exercise done, move my arms constantly. Sure, if I find myself an actual zombie pop, I can just do this and yeah, I'll be ripped. If only. Yeah, we'll just turn in a Bobbert Wiener's quest and drop off this here can for Sam Wiener, and we'll call it here. Yeah, still gotta kill a few more Zosigs to get some meat cores. So I need a few more that I can make a battery for that one drop up there. Or teleport, I should say. Wiener Pride. Another FPS. GPS. What the fuck am I talking about? Ow. Yeah, forgot to mention, you're not immune to fire. You are not fireproof, so those fire traps are on, best steer good distance away from them. Yeah, I haven't done much killing as I would like, but that'll come later, don't worry. Let's get some better quality gear. Killing will really start. Definitely want to get a chainsaw. Okay, so activate all the traps. Let's turn to Bobbert Wiener, turn in the quest, and get ourselves some bolt actions. Yeah. And everyone want to keep an eye on these lists to keep track of what got done and what needs to be done. And look at here. Got a nice selection of weapons to choose from now.
Howdy. Thank you kindly, stranger. Enjoy your arsenal here. I think I need to lie down now.
Feel like being continue to stand in place. But yeah, this will definitely make our future entries a little bit easier. Going to Forge for Guns, you complete quests to give you extra guns yourself. Old Brezed bolt action, and of course a modern bolt action. Again, it's all in a random pool, so you never know what you're gonna get. You know, some guns are more ideal than others, but hey, one grab, that's entirely up to you. So anyway, let's head back to Sam Wiener. Give him his freaking chalk vanilla and lard. That sounds tasty. As soon as I put this down, look, new reload-o-matic. Now, just what I'm talking about here, get full metal jacket, but here, it could be a different ammo type. Could be jacketed hollow point, could be incendiary, full metal. Well, plus P, basically, more stopping power, better penetration, whatever. I don't know. Tell by looking at the casing or the bullet tip. But anyway, that'll be it for this video for Return of the Rotwieners, comrades. Definitely look forward to doing more of these, as well as taking whole videos. I'm going to be going back and forth between the two. Just get some more content for H3VR on this channel. And yes, we'll do another VR games, and you know, I'll be heading back to making Doom videos and Mugen videos later on. Just not really in the mindset to make Doom or Mugen right now. Would like to do some more BeamNG and People Playground, but you know, so many games, so few days off. Anyway, this is Mugen Kid signing out. Have a good day.